And we are back, Fashion Dolls. We froze for a minute. Sorry about that. We are back with our handsome, incredible, talented, sexy guest, Mr. Diesel, ladies and gentlemen, who is the host of the MVP show. So let me add him right back on so that we can continue with the portion of this interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me add.
What's up? What's up? My AirPods are dying. I'm pulling apart. I apologize. What's going on?
You're good, and we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Diesel, who's the host of the MVP show. We were talking about mental health and self-care and making sure that in this business you guys take care of yourself because it's very imperative and important that you guys do. Because it's a lot. You know, you're dealing with a lot of personalities. And my question for you was mentally, how do you prepare yourself for an interview? I know for me, I love candles. I like candles and I write, and my mom always instills you pray before and after a show. So how do you prepare mentally for an interview?
Well, so for me it starts physical. So I have to go to the gym before I start anything major. I have to go to the gym first because that's my time to.
Uh-oh. We're going to add him back, ladies and gentlemen. IG is on their BS today. They just won't let us be great. I hope you guys like the Wolf Things new look.
I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. It just cut off.
And
Am
we're
I
back.
back? Are you in? Okay.
It happened.
I apologize. So yeah, so for me it starts off physical. I have to go to the gym first. I have to get a workout in. I have to decompress, get my mind right. So I go to the gym first. I have a good workout. After that, I'm an R&B dude. So I come home, I take a shower, and I have to listen to like old school R&B to get my mind right, get myself in the mental zone, all of that. Once I get to the event or whatever, wherever it is, once I get to the event or just for, I say a quick prayer, asking God to make sure, you know what I mean, the energy's right, I'm right, everything's safe, and then I jump in and do the.
Absolutely. 100% to get right in that zone. I know I listen
Exactly.
to music also as well too. So I'm a big Layla Hathaway fan. So
Nice.
I love Layla Hathaway and Sade. That gets me right into my zone right there. I could put them on and then Alan Yankee says, tell him I want the frame.
You can have them. I got you. I got you. You can have them. Their prescription
So personal
though.
style.
Yes.
Speaking of frames, how would you just what are 5 ways you would describe your personal style?
My, my personal style. I'm I'm in a phase right now where I like active wear. So I love like sweatpants and hoodies and things like that. So I love active wear. But everything has to be sexy. Like that's my vibe. Like it has to have some level of sexiness to it. So I try to just keep everything swaggy and sexy. I'm from New York, so it still has to have that up north flavor behind it. So yes, it gotta have like a little up north twist, a little up north vibe to it. Swaggy, sexy, simple, stylish. You know, I'm into name brands, but at the same token, it doesn't have to be all about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool in a Champion sweatsuit. I'm cool in an H&M tracksuit. Like it doesn't matter. I feel you make the clothes. The clothes doesn't make you. So it doesn't matter what you're wearing. Just put your own twist on it, put your own swag to it, and rock out, you know?
I didn't know you was from New York. Your
Yes.
accent, I was like, where is he from? But I have funny part is I have family in New York.
Really.
Brownsville, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Brooklyn,
Yes.
all those places.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
family there.
Yes.
My father originally from New York. So me,
Nice.
I'm a South Carolina girl.
Got
So
you.
I know people like, well, she doesn't sound like you. Yes, they expect people from the South to talk like this, I guess. So no, but no, it's the Southern slang. I mean, it's in there somewhere, you know.
I
But for me, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say I think my accent. I still have my up north accent, but then I've been in Atlanta for a minute, so I had the up north, down south accent, and then and you can relate as well. But then when you're doing interviews and stuff like that, you kind of check mentally program yourself to try to talk properly and things like that. So
Exactly.
you kind of lose the accent in between, in between all of that, the melting pot. So I think my accent's gotten mixed up somewhere in there. Yeah. So.
Do I have the Southern hospitality? I sure do. I sure do. And it's a thing. Being born and raised down here in South Carolina, it's a lot. You know, I'm always friendly, always smiling, bubbly. I have a fun, outgoing personality. My mom's a Libra. I'm a Scorpio. So, you know, we're all about a good time, being the yin and the yang. And let me see, I think we have a question for you, Mr. Diesel.
What
Sit
up?
down
What
here.
up? What y'all got for me?
Since you do so much, when do you know when it's that time to take some you time?
Um, when I can't focus, when I can't
Mm.
focus, when I realize I'm, for lack of a better word, when I realize I'm scatterbrained, when I realize I'm doing one job and I'm still thinking about the other, or then it's like, okay, you need to stop. Like I said, I try to give 100% in anything I'm doing. So when I realize I can't even focus to give 100%, that's when I know it's time to take a break. Because I literally can't focus. I'm literally, if I'm at the gym, I'll even leave the gym. If I'm at the gym and I can't work out because I'm thinking about all the things I have to do, or phone calls I have to make, text messages I have to reply to, emails I have to check. Once I realize, okay, you're in the gym and you haven't even worked out, you've been sitting here for 15 minutes, 20 minutes playing in your phone, handling business, it's time to check out, So for me, that's when I realize I can't focus on what I'm doing, that's when I know it's time for me to stop.
Let me see. We missing some comments. You guys are coming in so fast. Terrell King Music says Diesel.
What's up?
Stevie looking gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Southern hospitality looking like I just stepped off the red carpet for the Grammys. Well, it's funny you say that because the hair inspiration with the bangs was, if you know Heidi Klum, the supermodel. So I wanted to try the whoop things. I seen Lizzo had it, and then Heidi Klum has it. So I said, let me try something a little different. So I'm a chameleon. You don't know what you're gonna get. All right. So let me see. We got a question from Liz Menez Music, who's also in New York. She wants to know, what do you do for self-care and self-love these days?
Self-care, self-love. So for me, I'm very big on, like I said, fitness for me is very important in regards to self-care. So for me, going to the gym is therapeutic. It gives me it's when you go to the gym, that's the only time you're 100%. Well, to me, that's one of the times that you're 100% focused on yourself. Everything you're doing is about yourself. The physical benefit, the mental benefit, everything is for yourself. So I always routinely I have to go to the gym. I'm also big on massages. I love getting massages. I have one of my friends, Hands of a God. He's a personal masseuse, so I get massages regularly, which is needed. Massages. I like to just take me time, self-care time. So I get facials. Um, I'll go and what else? Facials, massages, gym. But, that's basically how I basically take care of myself.
Absolutely. Any more questions for Diesel or myself, Fashion Dolls? I'm from Barbados and NYC. I'm not mean, but I'm not friendly. LMAO, my
Ah,
persona.
my my mom's side of the family are all from Barbados. I don't know anything about it. I can't tell you anything else other than that. But yeah, my mom is from Barbados.
Speaking of Barbados, the Super Bowl is this month. So make
Yes.
sure you guys go and check it out. We already know who is headlining the Super Bowl. Our girl, Rihanna, is coming back. So I hope you guys are excited. They're already talking about the song selections. So make sure you guys go and vote. I think they're allowing people to vote to see what songs they're going to have up there for the Super Bowl. So go and check that out. Thank you, Diva. You look beautiful. Thank you. That's all thanks to Melanie Nalla, my Bridges, my girl. She gets me right every episode. So whenever we come on, I have to make sure that you represent, because they will find something to point out and they be like, oh my God, she's not. I remember I did one episode of this platform, makeup free. And it was because it was a Saturday. We used to do Saturday episodes, me and my co-host EJ at the time. Um, and I woke up and said, oh my God, I overslept. So I don't have hair and makeup. So what am I going to do? So I just threw on the romper and I came on, washed face, no makeup. And it was the shock of everyone's life. They wasn't expecting that. Normally when I come on, I'm all in glam, all full get up. So it takes a village to put a person together, believe it or not. All right,
I
fashion
agree. I
doll.
agree.
So we're going to get into our games here with Diesel, and then we're going to take some
Oh,
questions from the audience.
okay,
All right. So
okay,
with
okay.
Valentine's Day slowly approaching the corner, we want to know before we get into the rapid fire Valentine's Day edition, what is Diesel's ideal Valentine's Day date?
My ideal dates. I'm old school, so take me to dinner or we go to dinner. I still like going to the movies. I know a lot of people don't like it. They say it's too expensive. I think the movies are a go-to key date experience. So I love going to the movies. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to the movies. Let's go horseback riding, and we are good.
All right, all right. So what are the 5 things you can't do without for Valentine's Day?
You said 5 things I can't do without.
For Valentine's Day.
Uh, chocolate, 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 and chocolate.
All
I
right.
have to have chocolate. Have to. It's a must. White chocolate, preferably.
Really? Okay, and they have the chocolate covered strawberries, they have the arrangements, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be ordering the arrangements and things for Valentine's Day. So definitely, even if you don't have a Valentine, I know for me, when it's that time, I binge eat on a lot of desserts, which is not good for me, but I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, y'all, I've slacked off at the gym. Yeah, it's bad. So let me see. We got a question for you. For both of us, what is our biggest goal for 2023? And this is from Terrell King Music.
Biggest goal. I'll let you go first.
My biggest goal for 2023, I believe I already accomplished it. I came back with a bang. I said I wanted to go because I do vision boards, and it's like putting the pieces of the puzzles of your life together. And for me, I said I wanted to go into 2023 with a bolder mindset, speaking up, being even bolder. Not too bold to the point where I don't have a talk show, y'all, but but bold enough to stand up and speak for when I see that something is wrong, inequality or whatever it is that goes on in this business and this industry, because you know how crazy it can get. I said I wanted to go into this year being more aware and more conscious to the world and the surroundings around me. So that's one goal that I've accomplished this year. Other than that, a lot of people are just trying to push national talk show on me. And I'm just like, yeah, you got a talk show. You got Sherry, you got Jennifer, you got Karamo, you got all of them. I leave that to them. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at because having a platform that big is a lot of responsibility. And when you get that certain level of success, I will say this because I heard Taraji P. Henson say that. Taraji P. said, I haven't been the most happiest. No, regardless of how much success. You guys seen her interview she did with Angie Martinez. She said when you get a level of that success, it's a lot that comes along with it. It's a price to pay.
But
So yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't be able to know how to handle that if I had it that big. And my mom was trying to push it on me yesterday. She said, "Girl, when are you going national?" I said, "I've had people offer, but I respectfully decline." So no.
got you. My 2023 goal is I want to be a correspondent for a major award show. I would love to do that, whether it be the American Music Awards, the BET Awards, the Soul Train
Mhm.
Awards, the Grammy. I want to be one of the major red carpet correspondents. That's my 2023 goal. Yes, I would love to attain that.
All right. Any more questions, Fashion Dolls? I see a lot of you in here. Welcome if you're just coming in. We are here with Diesel, who is the host of the MVP show, another amazing platform, but it's a little bit different than mine. You guys will get the male perspective. And I try to offer the male perspective here on Style by Stevie with my male co-hosts and with my male guests. Like this week is What a Man Week. So all throughout this week until Friday, it is celebrating the guys. It's celebrating Black men. So make sure you guys are staying tuned. Travis, my
What up, Travis?
longtime friend. I love me
What
some
up?
Travis Ware. Travis is also
That's
the
my
host,
G.
another amazing hostess, and you guys can check him out on Kevon Burns'. I watch Travis. Yes, me and my girlfriend are faithful watchers of TSFDWL. We watch it. Kevon Burns. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Kevon Burns Online, another amazing platform. So we have to start supporting our own, and I'll just finish it with that. All right, fashion dolls, it is time to turn those tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions. So Diesel will get the honor of asking me as many questions as he wants to. And this is for our newest viewers in here. They get to know a little bit about me. All right, fashion dolls. So I'm going to pass it down to Mr. Diesel.
Okay. So first, I would like to know who are some of your influences in regards to wanting to be a host? It's like where did that come from? Where what were some of your some like some people who motivated you
Yeah,
and influenced you to get into hosting and things like that?
I would have to say there wasn't many women of color when daytime really started. Della Reese was the first, and then it was Oprah, who's breaking barriers for women of color. But I'm going to say for myself personally, I love Rolanda Watts. She's another one. Queen Latifah had her talk show.
Yes.
The ladies of the real daytime, I love how they are and just their delivery and approach and the diversity within the panel of women. So those are just a few of my inspirations. Tamron Hall, and I love her nurturing spirit, just her nurturing spirit and coming from a humble place and trying to get clarity and understanding. Jennifer Hudson. So these are the women who influenced me. And you can kind of see just a little bit of that in my platform. I try to make it progressive because I am a woman and I have to come from a nurturing place where people are just like, okay, she's down to earth. She can be the homegirl. And I try to make it that way. You go, go out with your girls, go drinking and have fun with it. So that is the inspiration for my platform. Those are the women who've influenced me. Ricky Lake is another one. Oh my goodness. Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse Raphael, and her no nonsense approach. So you kind of get a little bit of that sass within me as well too. So those are the women who've influenced me. Yeah.
Who are your top three dream guests?
Wow. I would say for my first one, my girl Taraji P. Henson. I would love to interview her. Uh, who's another one? Jay Alfonso from the hit show P Valley. That would be my next one. Um, let me see. Jennifer Lewis. And I feel like we would click because outside of this show, I have my own personality. I love to have a good time. I love to laugh. I'm just fun. So those would be my top three guests. Yeah.
Top three. Okay. Let me think of another question for you. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Acting. Do you see yourself getting into acting at all? And if so, what's your dream role?
It's funny you said that because I shot a film back in 2021, which is a horror film, and it's called The Assistant. For this role, the director, you guys see me with long hair today, and you might see me with long hair throughout the rest of the week. The producer and director of the film was like, no, 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 no. You're going to play a college professor, so we want to cut your hair. So I had to go get the Tony Braxton short snip, and I did it for the film, and everybody loved it. Oh my God, your eyes are so piercing. I have brown eyes. So the cut was everything. And I said, you know what? I could get used to this. He picked out the whole look. So I would love to do more acting. In my dream role, I would have to say I would like to be, mm, it would have to be like a Lady Eloise type character, like a head of a makeup company or something. I get to tap into my inner double wears Prada, but the black version. So, so yes, that would be my dream role.
Okay, okay. And then what what would you call your style in regards to fashion? What would you call your style? Are you what's your vibe?
I love
What's your
couture.
go-to pieces? Yeah, what's your go-to pieces?
I love couture. I love
Okay.
bodycon. I love dresses that hug my curves because I'm a tall girl. I'm like 5'7.5". So I always try to find things to complement my shape. And that's not difficult being tall and athletic or tall or whatever shape and size you are. So I'm all about preaching and loving and embracing everything that God is giving you, even me. So I've shape shifted. So yeah, I used to be skinny when I first started, but I've gained throughout the years and I love every part of the thickness on me. I love all of it. So for me, I would have to say couture. I love going over the top and just nailing it. For me, fashion is about drama and attitude. When you walk into a room, you paint that room with color. And
Right.
that's how I see it.
Gotcha. And then last question. So if you weren't doing this, what do you see yourself? What could you see yourself doing?
I would have to say a baker. A lot of
Oh,
people don't
really?
notice about me, but I love to bake. Of course, they know I love fashion and hair and makeup and things, but I love to bake. So I'm an awesome baker. I mean, I did the macaroni for Thanksgiving, so
So question, are you good at cheesecake and red velvet cake?
I haven't gotten there yet. Not quite.
Man.
But I love it though. I love it. And I'm always willing to learn new baking skills and new ideas. And I'm thankful for it. It's so therapeutic. Like there was a woman who created something called rage baking when the pandemic first hit because we were going
Yeah.
crazy. We were pent up in the house, didn't know we had to go out to order our foods, Uber Eats and things like that. And a lot of people, 5'7", watch out, Yolanda Adams. I Yes, and people look at the pictures of me and they're just like, "You're tall." I mean, Meg Thee Stallion is a tall girl too, so it's kind of difficult for us tall girls to pick out fashions and things like that. So I try to pick out fashions that complement my shape.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, great question, Alan Yankee. He wants to know for both of us, are we living or are we existing? Ooh,
I'll let you go first.
I would have to say living, living every moment, breathing, existing, just being here in this world. It's everything. So I would have to say living.
I would definitely say I'm living. I, it's crazy because it's kind of like, you know, family, friends will be like, "You're always doing something. You're always doing the most." My whole thing is, I only have one life. It's, as far as what we know, I only have one life, so I'm going to live and enjoy it to the best of my ability. So I'm definitely living.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do we have any questions for myself or Diesel, ladies and gentlemen? This is an amazing conversation, and I hope you guys are all taking something in throughout this interview. So much love and support in here in the audience. Make sure you guys go and check out the MVP show. Again, you get
Yes,
the male perspective over there.
yes,
And over
yes.
here on Style by Stevie, it's just me because Johnny left me, but Johnny's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. You kind of get the balance of both. You get the woman's perspective and the woman's standpoint, and then you get Johnny, which represents the male standpoint. I love your hair and nails, boo. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Mikey. Again, shout outs to Melanie. Melanie always gets me right. I have to come on and make sure that I look amazing for you guys. Because I know, again, fashion for me is about drama, attitude, and painting the room with color, painting the town with color, shall I say. I have a bright personality and I inspire a lot of people to add some color to their lives because we've been in some dark, depressing times
Yes.
when this thing hit. We were in times of uncertainty. So my advice to everyone would definitely be find a piece in your closet or wherever and add color to your life. Color, and studies have shown this mental health wise. When you add color to your life, it makes you feel a whole lot better. And it doesn't have to be just
Agree.
fruits and veggies, but a piece in your closet. Find something that makes you feel amazing and look amazing. So, yeah. Any questions for myself or Diesel, ladies and gentlemen? Because this is such a great conversation. I'm so blessed to have you
I
here. We've
thank
planned this
you.
back in 2022. So it's been a
Yes,
long
yes,
time.
it has been. But we're here. We made it.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for you guys to get together. Before we conclude this interview, I'm going to close out. I'm going to let Diesel close out before I give these announcements here in Fashion Dolls. You guys know that it is Black History Month, and today's person that we're celebrating, because I always do a person every morning, is Sharon Pratt Kelly. She was the first Black woman mayor of major American city and was elected mayor of Washington, D.C. in 1990. She is a lawyer and former utility company executive. So that is the woman who we're honoring today for Black History Month is Sharon Pratt Kelly. So we have a question down here. Let me see, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this one is for you, Diesel. Ali he wants to know. I want to know how I can buy him some chocolate and red velvet cheesecake.
I will be a very happy man if I get some chocolate and some red velvet cheesecake. You can hit my DM.
All right, all right. I had to bust out laughing on that one. He's something else. Okay, fashion dolls. And before we conclude, is there any last questions or anything else you'd like to ask myself or Diesel? This was such a fun interview, and I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Yes, you did. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to let Diesel close it out with the final thought of the day if we don't have any more questions, fashion dolls. So, Diesel, what is something you would like to take away to people who are looking to get into this business, to host a platform? Because for both of us, the standpoint of being a host is a lot. It is definitely a lot that goes into it with hosting a platform every single day. So, what advice would you shout outs to my girl, Tina Marie? Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe to her YouTube channel. That is the Queen of the Scents. And we did 3 collaborations together. So make sure you guys go and check that out as well. Okay. So what advice would you give to people that are looking to get into the industry or just get into hosting their platform?
So the first thing I would say is never lose your passion for wanting to do it. With that being said, you will run into a lot of curveballs, a lot of distractions. Never lose your passion for wanting to do it. So that's the first thing. My second piece of advice would be to always be yourself. There is someone else out there being somebody else. Always be
Yes.
yourself. You can only be you. Always be yourself, regardless of the when you start to do things publicly, you get a lot of feedback, good
Oh,
or
yeah.
bad. And in the process, a lot of people start reading comments or reading things of that nature, and they start trying to cater themselves to the comments, and they lose themselves in the process because they're so busy trying to please the comments. My thing is never lose yourself. If so and so does not like what I'm saying or my viewpoint, then maybe this isn't a platform for you to watch. Maybe I'm not the character or the personality that you need to be a fan of. And I'm okay with that. You get what I'm saying? Never lose yourself. At the end of the day, you need to feel that you've done the best you can in regards to whatever it is you're doing. So never lose yourself. And then on the professional aspect, do your research. Do your research. When you're interviewing a person, a celebrity, a socialite, or whoever, do your research so that you at least know the basics in regards to the person. Because the most awkward thing is interviewing someone and you have no idea who they are. You have no idea what they're talking about. You have no idea where they're coming from. And you're both just looking at each other like, well, what's next? So do your research. At least have, like I said, I feel everyone should have 5 go-to questions. Always have 5 go-to questions, and then you can always play off of those 5 questions, but do your research. That's very important.
Again, shout outs to my girl, Tina Marie, True Meaning of Radiance. Make sure you guys go and check her out. She is the queen of fragrances and so much more. We did 3 collabs together. So go and subscribe to her channel. Shout outs to my colleague. I've known him for a long time now. It's the time. So much love from both of our ends, from Diesel to myself, all of our supporters who just come in and love on us on a daily. It's amazing to have a huge support circle.
Yes.
So without further ado, before we close out this interview, I'm going to give you guys a final word of the day, which comes from Dr. Mae Jameson. She was the first African-American female astronaut. And this is the final word. This is her words. Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations. So that means don't sell yourself short. Continue to go forth. And more importantly, follow your dreams and follow whatever sets your soul on fire. I love to live life through fire. I'm a little bit of a what do they call it? Adrenaline rush junkie. And what I mean by that, in a good way, not like riding motorcycles off a cliff. That'll never happen. Good Lord. But oh my God. But I will say this. What I mean by an adrenaline junkie is like I love to have a good time. I get a high off of just love and support. And it's amazing to have a good support circle around you, especially in this business.
Yes.
So stay
Yes.
grounded. And like Jesus said, be original and stay true to who you are.
Yes.
So special thanks to all of you for tuning into this exclusive interview. And Diesel, let everyone know where they can follow you at.
Well, first off, I want to thank you so much for having me on your platform. I had a great time. I do apologize for our technical difficulties earlier, but I thank you so much for allowing me the space to, come on your platform and get to know your fans as well, so and friends as well. So I appreciate that. As far as following me, you can follow me at Diesels DIESELS underscore world WORLD. So you can follow me at Diesels underscore world. I also would like you to get to know my cast members as well. So once again, the show is called The MVP Show, and that's the Instagram as well. The THE MVP Show. MVP stands for the male viewpoint. So it's 4 different guys from 4 different walks of life. You get a chance to interact with us. 4 different walks of life with 4 different viewpoints coming together and just making sense in regards to life, entertainment, things of that nature. So it's a good platform. We talk about it as, but we have a good time as well. It's very informative. We talk hot topics, celebrity entertainment, but then we talk political, political things. We talk, what's going on in the world today.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that I wish and hope that you guys take some time out to check out because I think you'll enjoy it.
All right, fashion dolls, ladies and gentlemen, Diesel, the MVP show. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Again, it's the male viewpoint, so it's a little different than Style by Stevie because I don't want people to get confused. They just like, huh? But hey, definitely go and check it out. And thank you guys all so much for just tuning in. Tomorrow, joining me, we have Anthony L. Rios. All this week, it is What a Man Week, so we are celebrating some amazing Black men. And I know people are like, where are the girl talks coming in? We're going to have some girl talks coming pretty soon. So you guys just hang in there. We have an amazing lineup all throughout this month of February. And more importantly, stay fabulous and stay styled by Stevie. I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 4. And thank you, Diesel, so much for
You're
just
very
an
welcome.
amazing conversation.
You're very welcome.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. I'd love to have you back on in the future.
I'm
Definitely.
here whenever. Let me know. Let's make it happen.
All right, fashion dolls. See you guys tomorrow at 4. Take care,
All
everyone.
right, y'all. Peace.